What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God. As there are many Decepticons running around these end times sent from the enemy, had that strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, awesome. And also, if you are interested in one-on-one talks, we do that via Discord. So in the description and pinned in the comments down below, that is the information and the setup information for all of that. All right, good, great, awesome. So today, let's talk about aspects of hearing God. So in this case, why you may not hear God's audible voice, okay? Because a lot of people, especially, that I've noticed through questions from all around, that many people are seeking to hear Lord's audible voice all the time. And, it's a process to get there. But here are reasons why you might not be hearing it at all or not as much. Okay? So let's just go through a couple of bullet points here. Now, the first one is the enemy's deception. When you have discouraging dreams or, you really got something attached to you that's attacking you, where it's, God might have showed you something, but it seemed like after that you had a bad dream, or it's just like, dang, something snatched my dream away. Like, I don't remember. The enemy will do what he can to stop you from receiving from God and give you discouragement. And, that could lead to lack of faith and stuff like that. So the solution I'll give you guys to that is fasting and constant prayer. And whatever gateways that are being opened, you need to cut out, because the enemy can't come in unnecessarily. So you can just have that peace with God. Because God will hold them out. But sometimes people being baby in the spirit, you open up gateways through music, through what you're watching before you go to sleep, like worldly things, and that allows the enemy to come in. So you can't be doing that, fasting from technology, food, and constant prayer. Like, the more you seek out God, the more he will speak to you. Okay. All right, second bullet point. Too many thoughts. A lot of you be having so many thoughts, like, and blaming yourself and trying to take control of things, and you know, you trying to figure out ways of what you can do instead of allowing God to take control of your life. Okay? Or you've got so many thoughts that it clouds your mind and causes confusion. The solution: you got to give everything to God. Okay? You can't be trying to control what you trying to control. You've got to let God have that. Write down any questions you have, because sometimes when you thinking about each question while trying to seek the Lord and looking for this and looking for that, you thinking about too much and you can't listen clearly. So sit there and write down these questions and go each one by one. That way you ain't got to think about them. They on a piece of paper or written down somewhere already. So you could just focus on listening in the spirit and practice what it's like to receive mental downloads, whether they come with audible voice or not. All right. Sometimes they just come as mental downloads and you will receive those answers. You could get dreams or visions. Write down those. That's important because God speaks through those. The enemy might be trying to attack you through those. We already spoke about that. So, write everything down, so you can listen in the spirit clearly and focus on God to answer instead of thinking about what to ask. All right. So you only look to hear God's voice. This is a big, big thing you don't realize is hindering you. And what it does is you unknowingly put God in a box. Okay. When you only look to hear God's audible voice, you put God in a box because some people think that's like the only way to receive from him, but you unknowingly do it. Okay. It's not like you're doing it on purpose. So God will show you other ways that he communicates: through nature, through physical world signs, titles, words, videos, put things in your notifications. Your kid may say something. Like, he can also speak through people. So I'm just going to read all together what I have here. There are physical world signs: dreams, visions, titles, words, anything. So God will open your eyes up that there's more than just the audible voice. There's mental downloads and memories. out of nowhere you remember something or had those mental downloads of what you've asked and you receive the answer. He can speak through people. Some people are blinded and think, oh, I don't, want to listen to people. It's not that you're listening to people. God might be speaking through a person and you were there at the right place, right time. You had no control over that. God brought that to you. So understand. And the enemy can speak through people too as well. So that's all why we did a video prior to talking about testing the spirits. So this is patience. You can't be in a hurry for this. You do have to do some testing of the spirit. So these teachings do come together. You do have to test the spirits about a person and be patient. Okay. All right. So the solutions to not putting God in a box unknowingly and just making sure that you aren't closing out any way of communication. We may want to hear the voice, but you don't get to determine how God speaks to you. Okay. God can speak to you. Sometimes for me, it's mental downloads. I mean, I seek him so much, like he speaks to me, but he also gives me the trains, like show y'all. He gives me the visuals so I can show you guys, it's more to it than just hearing his voice audibly. Solution: open your eyes and ears to just more than his audible voice. Communication is more than one way. All right. So don't put him in a box unknowingly. All right. And this leads me to the next bullet point. God is teaching you more than just his voice. So you might not be doing that as far as only wanting to hear his voice, but he's teaching you about other aspects that you could be ignoring. So the problem comes is if he first speaks to you on a regular basis, you are going to be blinded to just hearing his voice. And he don't want to hinder you that way, because you're going to have your eyes closed to physical world signs or nature. Like I just see a bird pop up, literally. It's crazy. But that's a lesson that he can teach you. Like, I didn't start off hearing the Lord's voice. I saw physical world signs. I had dreams and visions and titles on YouTube. He was showing me different ways he communicates. So when he has to communicate that way, because that could be a lifesaver. It may not be him saying something to you in a moment, but it might be him giving you a sign that, hey, this person ain't right, or watch yourself today, or a wonderful sign of something good, through a bird or animal or whatever, So you got to open your eyes to all aspects. So he won't just come at you with his voice all the time like that until you understand to look everywhere. I just seen a cat that scared me. Y'all, it's a whole cat that just passed by me as I'm talking about physical world. What are you doing? Why are you walking back and forth? You like a whole tiger. I seen you before. And why are you just standing there walking back and forth? Like you sizing up the thing, you gonna jump over it? You can't get in? Well, jump. Don't look at me. Y'all, this cat is really just here. See, that was time. And Father, don't do that. That scared me. Now, these cats be coming up out of nowhere. Where I'm at? Where I'm at? Well, that should tell you something about B&B Tiger, Rawr, Wiki Cat. But anyway, it's more to that than just hearing God's voice. He will teach you. So it's the same solution as above. Open eyes and ears spiritually, okay? To see, and physically, to see all the things. I can't believe he just had that big old cat come out of nowhere like that. So the last thing here, you are allowing the voices of others to block out God's. So sometimes it could be coming in the form of teachings and other people's own understanding of God, okay? And you got to be careful, or your own understanding. So don't allow other people's voices to block God's, telling you crazy for what you're doing and all that stuff. You know what comes with that. So what you do is isolation, and God will pull you away from those friends, those people, those family, so you can hear clearly. That's why he puts you in isolation, so there's only you and him. All right. So I hope that this little mini thing helped. I can't believe that cat pulled up on me like that. Father brought that cat out the woodworks on me, and it walked back and forth. Man, big old cat. Y'all better get ready. Peace and blessings, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.